Now
It has more
panache.
there's a word for it.
Welcome back to
Character.
Mind Your Own Business on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And we are here with our first guest, Shannon from Strategic Limousine.
Clarify. First guest today.
Okay.
First guest
Okay,
today.
Ed, thanks.
Carscadden. Shannon Carscadden. Say it for us.
Carscadden.
Carscadden. So Shannon, what does a limousine service do?
Oh, we take people out in a nice vehicle wherever they'd like to go, to the airport, out on night on the town, just bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, wine tasting.
Is there a common denominator? People are drinking and don't want to drive themselves?
That's a big thing. A lot of times people get limos so they can go out and have a good time and not have to worry about getting a DUI.
Okay. And how did you get started in this?
Me and my partner took a cab out here one day and it was horrible, so we said we're just going to buy our own limo. And
Now what do? We only use it like twice a week. Maybe we should have other people use it, right? Now how many cars do you have?
we're up to 5 now.
Wow.
Fine. And you're a part of a network. You can get whatever
Correct.
you want.
I can get any amount of cars I need through my affiliates.
You get one of those big, huge station wagon, long SUV looking
SUVs,
types.
Yes.
Wow. So we could have an actual party driving around town.
We did. We went to Disneyland.
Oh, really?
No, what?
Not Disneyland. We went near Disneyland. We went to medieval times.
Yeah.
We brought all of our gang, and Shannon took us down there. It's really nice. The ride doesn't feel so bad when, like, you're hanging out talking, and before you know it, you're there. And Shannon had to drive, so he couldn't. We had to relay by telephone. Guess who said this? Guess who said that? He should have had somebody drive.
So Shannon, you never know. There could be somebody listening right now that either said, you know what, we should get a limo for tonight or tomorrow night. Is it too late?
Nope, we have availability. I can always accommodate people.
What's the number they should call?
866-419-6378, or they can email us at info@strategiclimos.com.
What's the phone number again?
866-419-6378.
Or if you forget that number, just go to 25 Score and type limousine, and you'll find it on the list. I don't think there's a lot of other people, so we'll find you quickly. We were talking earlier. See, limousine services. I'm sure there's all kinds of funky things that go on the back of the limousine. Share with us.
Ed, be careful.
You can't say anything graphic, but share with us what some of the more interesting rides you've had.
We've heard there's been some interesting things go up. In our limos, we do have the divider that does go up, so we can't see always what's going on back there.
And do you put the divider up, or do they?
Sometimes the customer does. I typically will tell my drivers to keep it down and not put it up unless they
request it.
Yeah.
So who's the most famous person that you've transported?
I've had in my cars Britney Spears, Travis Barker,
Next time you get Brittany, can you invite me, please?
Lou Ferrigno, Richard Simmons.
That's an interesting combo. Were they at the same time?
No. Richard Simmons was pretty funny. He's hanging out. We were at the studio. I think it was CBS Studios. We're going through security. He's hanging out the window yelling,
I'm back!
I'm back! Something like that. And they're kidnapping me, and we're going into the studios.
Funny. So I wasn't one of the most famous people you had in your limo. I'm feeling really bummed out now.
I think we were second.
Yeah. Martha from Cocalita Case.
Is most of your business here in Santa Clarita, or?
We get a lot of business, and then I picked up a couple of corporate accounts, but we do a lot of stuff out of Santa Clarita. That's where I spend most of my advertising money, so I don't.
Do people put you on retainer? I mean, if they said, I want you to be on call, I'm going to pay you X amount a month, and you'll just come get me when I need to?
We don't have any.
You don't have anything like that?
I have some corporate accounts that they send it over to us. It's a set rate automatically, so they know that.
I just call you and you go.
Correct.
Very cool. Do you like your job?
I love having my own business. It's a great thing.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, I don't have a job. I own my business. So I don't consider that my job. I consider it my
career.
Is prom season busy for you?
Yeah, we're in the middle of our prom season, so we're getting really busy.
Do parents ever ask you to put video cameras in the limo to make sure nothing bad happens?
No, I've never had somebody ask me that.
I would if I had girls. Guys, forget it. I want to know what my girls are doing. The guys I trust.
Yeah.
See, why is it like that?
For all the calls come in here. What do you mean, all my girls? But no.
So some of the schools still have prom left. It's not too late.
There are some schools that are still booking proms. I know we've gotten reservations the last couple of days for proms. Not in the Santa Clarita area, but up in Palmdale, Lancaster. Even we go up to Bakersfield. We've done some stuff up there.
Graduation's not too far in advance.
So that'll be
right?
the wave of business coming in. It's really bad.
You know, like you had talked about at the beginning of the show, you know, kids will be kids, people will be people. Just don't drive.
Correct.
Right. I mean, a great way to justify using your service, you know, especially graduation, which is always can be a scary time for parents, particularly that night afterwards.
Whatever it costs is cheaper than a DUI.
A lot cheaper. We're a lot cheaper than a DUI.
Definitely. If someone has never been in a limousine, I mean, if you go to a limousine service, what can they expect as far as, you know, do you charge them for how long you're doing it, or you drive for how long you're driving?
Typically, I charge from when we picked them up, and the stretch limits from when we picked them up till we dropped them off at the end of the night. Airport services would be considered a flat rate. So from the zip code to the airport, it's a setup. This is a flat rate for that.
And when you do the airport, do you like try to combine like 3 neighbors, or you just take that one?
We take that
You're
one.
not a prime time limo.
No,
You're just
not.
a
We're
limo.
not a shuttle service. We don't do that. We're strictly, you know, if you book it for 5 people are going. We're not stopping and picking up more people on the way.
Do you, like, let's say we're going on a cruise and we're going to Carnival, and all these people are going, and they all want to go, you know, it's kind of like you want to go in a limousine
I did
and
that.
party on the way down. Can you pick them up at each house, or do they usually just
Oh no,
meet
we
at
can
one?
do that. We can do that if that's what whoever books wants us to do. We do that.
So you end up, you know, all of who's going? Oh, the limousine's going down the street. I wonder who they're picking up. It's kind of cool. It is kind of a neat business to run, because
It's fun, you know, especially you know, I drive a little bit, so it's fun to go down sometimes just to see what people are doing or where they're going.
Do you do much funeral stuff?
We do some funerals, not a lot. I haven't done one personally, but one of my drivers seems to be the one that does them all the time.
I can hook you with that.
Now, do you provide any of the food or drink?
Soda, water in our stretch limousines, and all our vehicles have water. And then in our stretch we have rum and vodka and ice, of course, and then you can bring whatever else you want.
Rum and vodka, that's it?
Which ones have that?
The stretch limousine.
You gotta stretch your budget in a stretch limousine.
But
with
there's
rum.
ice.
There's an ice chest and everything.
Wow.
And all our like SUVs and sedans all have water in them.
What if you have a lot of luggage? Do you carry a car behind you to carry it, or?
Usually when we do book reservations in the limo, if a lot of people, we let them know.
We're going to take a break. You're listening to Hometown Station, AM 1220, KHTS. We're going to ask Shannon to stay over. Thank you.
Welcome back to Mind Your Own Business on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
With Tilo and Doug.
You forgot to say the part about Doug and Ed.
Oh,
Tilo and Doug.
sorry. I can't remember it all every time,
Okay.
but I do my very best.
So Ed, did you tell Shannon about these questions? The
No.
Doug and Ed's rapid response?
Shannon barely got here. He couldn't find a limousine.
Oh. All right.
Half
This
true.
is called Doug and Ed's rapid response. First thing that comes to mind. No ahs, no hemming, no hawing. You don't like the question, you can say pass. Don't look at me like that.
He
Nervous.
does look very nervous.
You ready?
Okay, let's do this.
Favorite food you try not to eat?
Lasagna.
Ooh.
Favorite type of restaurant?
Italian.
Where did you grow up?
Miami.
Florida?
Yes.
Wow. Name a third grade teacher.
Couldn't tell you.
Late, early, or right on time?
Right on time. Usually early.
TV show you remember as a kid?
24. I'm not a kid. G.I. Joe.
Favorite TV
Probably.
show now?
I forgot.
Pass. Too many to mention.
News from internet, newspaper, radio, or TV?
TV.
Dance or no dance?
No dance.
Can you drive a stick shift?
Yes.
Worry wart or worry free?
Worry free.
Nightlight or no nightlight?
Nightlight. Not nightlight. Nightlight.
No nightlight.
You sure?
No.
Left
Look
or
like
right?
a nightlight guy.
Lefties.
Left or right?
Left.
Yes, no, or maybe?
Depends on what it is.
It's maybe.
First name of first kiss?
Cheryl.
You remember that one, huh? Has Ed ever made your head spin?
No.
Whoa, that's the first no in the history of this show.
Has Doug ever made you cringe?
No.
I like that. Doug changed it to do you like Doug?
All right, here are the important ones. You ready? Bathrobe or no bathrobe?
No bathrobe.
This is the most important question of all. Boxers, briefs, thong, commando, or depends?
Boxers.
All right, thank you. Thanks for putting up
Still
with
like
us.
Martha's answer the best.
So Ed, he was
Depends.
saying Shannon was saying something interesting during the break about he just can't show up at an event and give people rides.
Yeah, I would have never thought about it. I'm glad we asked. I told him we have a wine enthusiast thing. The next guest coming on actually is one of the largest meetup groups in Santa Clarita, and he's having a wine enthusiast thing in Salt Creek. And I would think what a great opportunity to prevent people from getting in trouble. They didn't go there planning to get drunk, but they're a little bit intoxicated. If we had a limousine outside, it would be a nice gesture, an advertisement if you're out drinking or you don't want to drive your car, that you could use a limousine. And Shannon said, well, I can't just hang out there. I have to have a booking.
Yeah, everything has to be pre-booked. You have to have a trip ticket. Otherwise, we'd be considered a taxi and have to have a different kind of permit and licensing.
Now, if Doug says, hey, I want you to be there, and it happens to be nobody needs to use it, and you have a trip ticket, you're okay with that?
Correct.
Okay, so
You just have
that's
to be
easy enough to do. We just
pretty
cancel.
advanced, yeah.
Now, is that a city law, state law, county?
It's actually, we're regulated by the Public Utilities Commission,
Oh.
so we have to go through all their rules and regulations.
Can taxis hang out?
Taxis can because they're not.
They're taxis.
They're taxis.
Well, there's an opportunity. I'll just call you, give you a standing order at any event we do.
Sounds good.
Pick it up, charge per person. So tell us some more about your limousine company. You know, is there a distance you'll go?
We'd like to stay in. We do a lot up in Santa Barbara because we do a lot of wine tasting up there. We pick up from Bakersfield all the way down to Orange County. We typically don't go farther than Orange County. We do have a couple corporate accounts in Orange County, so that's why we expanded down to Orange County. But
Is there a reason not to hire someone from outside the area? I mean, like, we're in Santa Clarita, so in Orange County, do they hire you to go to Orange County to the LA airport or John Wayne Airport?
really, it was just relationships. When I picked up that account, it was referred to me by somebody else. That's why we got it.
Do you try to work it out so you don't have to charge them for all the hours, or you charge them for all the
We
hours?
do a flat rate, and we've agreed on the flat rate. They send enough business, so it's okay for us going down there.
It's a deadhead down there. So, Doug, have you been in a limousine?
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking
Besides
about
when
it.
you got married?
Shannon, do you have to, I assume you have to
That's a first.
pay particular attention to the price of fuel?
Oh yes, that's a big
Does that
thing.
drive you nuts? Up and down,
It does,
up and
because a lot
down.
of times the fuel will rise quicker than you can change your rates, or you can't adjust your rates because you won't be able to be competitive. So you just kind of have to.
Now, I know there's some moving companies that have a disclaimer when they're giving somebody a quote for moving. A disclaimer will be this, estimate is based on current fuel prices, and if the time of the move it goes up, we'll need to readjust the quote. Can you do something like that?
Do you have a fuel
We
surcharge?
probably could do something like that, but I typically don't. I just give them when I give my rates, this is the rate.
It includes the fluctuation of fuel.
Yeah,
Now, is there one gas station you use?
I'm not the one who fills up. All my drivers typically take their cars home, so luckily they all pay attention to what the fuel cost is, and a lot of them go to the same ones that are a lot cheaper and stuff. I try to.
Do you ever notice that your drivers have put like 48 gallons in their car and it only takes 30?
No, I watch. I watch my fuel bills real closely.
Yeah, to make sure they're not like filling up 2 cars at the same time.
All right, Shannon, we're coming to the end of our time with you, and I really appreciate you coming. I want you to give the info for people that could use your service for proms, weddings, funerals,
Parties in
graduation,
general.
parties, going to Disneyland, heading to a lake. Well, not the Lakers, they're done. Dodger game.
Clippers,
Yeah, there you go. How do the folks get a hold of you?
Strategic Limos, info@strategiclimos.com, 866-419-6378.
One more time.
866-419-6378. Info@Strategic Limos, or our website at strategiclimos.com.
And if you forget, you can go to 25 Square and type in limo.
Of course, Ed.
Plug. So, you're listening to Mind Your Own Business on Hometown Station AM 1220 KHTS.